When I was a junior resident on wards for the first time, I really wanted to inhabit this new role of team leader and educator. And looking around, it seemed like all of my peers had it worked out. They seemed poised, they seemed like they had all these natural pedagogical skills. And I felt really awkward and I felt like I hadn't found my niche. And I was interested in art and the humanities, and I really love to read mystery novels. And so my shtick was that I was telling the team about the art of observation and how the job of the clinician is analogous to that of the detective. And so one day we were caring for this elderly patient with dementia who had come to the hospital as a John Doe. And we didn't know anything about him. We didn't know his name or where he'd come from or anything about his medical history. And I thought, great, a perfect medical mystery to employ the art of observation. Like, what might we learn about this guy by
Right.
just observing him? And, we could see that his fingertips were yellowed. Could he be a smoker? He had hearing aids. Could we trace the serial number? And as I am sort of musing insufferably about Sherlock Holmes at the bedside, my eagle-eyed intern spots that he is wearing a bracelet, but it is not a bracelet at all. It's a locket. And it's not marked as a medical locket, but we think, oh my gosh, eureka, we have cracked the case. Side, there's going to be his name and his address and an emergency contact, and maybe even a list of all of his medications. Like, we have done it. And so, with great difficulty, we pry open this locket, and this little plume of dust comes out. And inside, there's a tiny rolled up piece of paper. And my intern very carefully decants it from the locket and begins to unfurl it like a scroll. And when we finally get it all the way open, we see that it just says two words. And it says, two stents. That's it. Just two stents. No other information is forthcoming. And we had a good laugh about it. Um, and it really punctured my self-seriousness about teaching. I feel like for me, the transition from intern year to becoming a resident was the most difficult one. And
Hmm.
part of why I think it was hard was that I had sort of this platonic ideal of what a good resident ought to be. And I was so focused on becoming that ideal that I think I lost sight of becoming the best version of myself as a resident. And, the truth is that I didn't have to try quite so hard. This was like sort of wearing a costume that didn't fit very well. And in this case, of course, the art of observation did not yield the results that we had hoped for. Um, but I think um, it helped me see myself better. It helped me observe myself better.